What they do, YouTube, I want to start this video off by shouting out everybody that's subscribed and everybody that been watching the videos too, man. Shout out to y'all too. Now all y'all gotta do is double back and hit that button. Tap that button, join the La Familia, and we all good, man. Nah, but for real though, I just want to thank everybody for showing support, showing love, and we on this road to 1,000, man. Hey, Trap Lord Ross, good job, man. Because he set the tone for everybody else in the room to say what they really wanted to say. Because, these niggas scared of Wack, especially academics. So if Trap wasn't there, this episode would have been a whole lot different. So let's get into how Trap made everybody in the room question Wack on his lies that he been spreading around the internet about Big U.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, Wack, let me ask you this, because I've been knowing you as this legendary
Hold on, Trap. This nigga is not legendary.
kind of behind-the-scenes figure throughout hip-hop for decades. I'll keep it real, I hadn't really heard much about Loose Cannon until he started hanging around with you.
That's a fact. That's just what's real.
But I knew very little about him until I've read this whole this criminal complaint, and I've become to know how close he was to Big U, knowing your relationship with Big U. Now I'm looking back thinking, how had you and him got so close considering that history?
They didn't become cool until Loose was no longer cool with. But he was.
How are you trusting a guy that was so cool with
up
Big
until
U?
like what, 2 years ago?
Nah, 2021, early 2021.
Okay.
I just helped him out. I looked out for him. Like I didn't, you know what I mean? So it was like, and I did a lot of cleaning up. I took a lot of hits doing that, but I didn't mind it. I felt like I seen that he wanted that. Some people like want that and they want to be that, and I know it only goes so far versus you understanding that. Understanding this game and wanting this game is two total different things. Because when you understand it, you know to keep your resources available. You don't burn no bridges, bro, because you never know when you got to reach back that way or something's going to come at you, right? Amongst us, we got 100 different, what I don't got, he has. If he don't got it, he'll say, let me call Vlad. You know why? He don't mind calling Vlad saying Wack's trying to get this done because we're cool, right? If he knew me and Vlad wasn't cool, to stop in him. So, that's people that understand the game. People that want the game, they'll do what it is just to gain. But your gain is going to be limited.
Do you feel like kind of taking somebody and putting on somebody that was so close to Big U and fell out, it's kind of a diss to Big U, right?
Nah, Big U that wasn't the thought.
Like if I took AD and put him on my channel now, that would be kind of a fuck you to Adam type shit. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of, do you feel like that was a move? Or was that
If you blow him up, that's the ultimate flex.
But that's kind of what he's trying to do.
Which is kind of what he did with Loose, because nobody knew who Loose was. Because
blew him up.
He was just a thug to Big U,
Loose
right?
had been trying to do music and all kind of stuff for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Right? You can see his history of his work, his body of work, right? But, I took and did what I did. I didn't did it with a lot of people. But I didn't, Big U wasn't even a figment of my imagination. It wasn't a thought. I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to do this for Big U. I wouldn't have did it at that point in time.
Do you think that pissed him off to the next level, though? Big U.
So now he trying to say Loose Cannon was thirsty for the fame. Boy, this nigga fucked up, boy. I ain't gonna lie, that could be true. But he lying about not fucking with Loose because of Big U. Because if that was the case, he wouldn't start fucking with Blue Da Vinci just because he was hanging with somebody that's close to Big U. He wasn't even with Big U. He was with somebody that's close to Big U. And then this nigga started calling Blue Da Vinci a snitch after he was defending him and saying he wasn't a snitch. So if Loose Cannon wouldn't never jumped on that fuck Big U train, he wouldn't have been around Wack. That's the only reason that nigga burned Loose around.
Next level, though. Big U.
It probably did because Big U was used to me being his resource. And to see one of his underlings or somebody that he utilizes for something else, have that me moving with him like that, doing some of the things I've done, it probably did, but that wasn't my thought. I'm doing this for Big U. I wouldn't have did it because at that point it ain't pure. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been genuine.
When you started bringing up the whole Christopher Lovejoy DNA story that everybody was talking about, right? Like
he was only able to do that story because I set it up to be done.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is
like you do that a lot, Trap.
Did you expect?
But hold on, Trap. You got to correct that.
No, let's go.
You do that a lot. You're a foreigner guy out there. And you be
Born
talking
guy.
about our shit like you know what you're talking about. So if you was really watching it, Lovejoy didn't grab it until it was on the internet. So now you got to ask yourself, how did it get on the internet? Right? I knew I couldn't just let him talk about that because they were going to do what they're doing now. So I had to position it so it was on the internet.
So you put it on the internet, or you had
No,
it?
well, what I did is we have a segment on the 100 Side of Clubhouse called Murder Mysteries. And I simply sent the girl Tink from Chicago the newspaper clipping from 2021. She was oblivious, so she started running the murder mystery. She's good at it. She'll start reading and digging. She'll come up with all these rabbit hole type scenarios, right? And when she got to certain points of what it may have been or what is this or what it may have led up to, when she would break, I played a snippet from the audio we had from the family.
Yeah.
So the snippet I played first said they found his DNA under my brother's nails. And they was like, okay, and I stopped it. And the floor is talking about, okay, well, that could have been whoever this person may have been. So they talk another 20 minutes. And like, well, who could the person have been? So I played the mother saying that they had to track down Big U for a year or so, and the feds forced him to give his DNA. So I know that these two people worked for Big U for years. He would know their voice, right? I have a media team in the goo. The media team took all that, chopped it up, put it on the internet. Once it got on the internet, 600 was able to grab it and do his spin on it.
But the question I really have around that, because that, I mean, there's a great way that you broke it down for us there. But
If you go back and watch my last video, I already broke down this fake ass murder mystery. But now he confirming that she made all that shit up. And he lying about playing the clips with the mom and the sister. The first clips they played was SKG talking to the sister. This nigga lies so much he can't keep up with all the lies he told.
because that, I mean, there's a great way that you broke it down for us there. But were you surprised that Luce and them had such a serious reaction? Did you think that he was going to get wrapped up in this whole thing, or did you see it as a separate thing, this Big U situation? Because I was surprised that even Brick's getting wrapped up in it, right?
It was funny. One of my business partners called me. He doesn't even do social media, but he was watching that. I swear he's out of Philly. He called me and said, "Hey, bro, I think your boy Luce has some ties to something." I blew it off. What are you talking about? Right? Because he was like real adamant about it. He kept calling. He like 600. I said, no, he's not. It's off the internet. Nah, man, that's the recordings we got of the family. Luce was on the phone. The recordings I got, Luce was on the phone the whole time. Right? The family been contacted him for a year, but he never reacted.
Now this nigga trying to involve Loose Cannon. This nigga lying though. Hold on, man.
I wanted to reach out to like the women, but I'm like, let's go. I just didn't know like how. If you.
That's from the first clip of SKG talking to the sister. That's why Wack ain't want to mention it, because they stories don't match. Why? Because he keep changing it.
Right? So when he seen that I wasn't stopping 600, I told him he's covered because I made sure it got to the internet. I said, bro, we're warning him. 600 hates him, so he's having his fun, but we're warning him. I'm going to be real. If somebody took my DNA a year or so ago, after a year, 18 months, I'm thinking ain't nothing of it. I'm not even thinking that my skin's under about a dude's nails. And I hear the family say they found his DNA under the nails. I hear that. That's going to be alarming to me.
That did turn out to not be completely true, though.
Look at his face. Yeah, nigga, you got some explaining to do. Trap ain't going.
Right?
No, it was completely
From
true.
the complaint, it said that the DNA that was found, it couldn't confirm that it was Big U, but it couldn't rule it out too, whereas they could rule out the other individual, right?
No. I don't know where you saw that at.
I really saw it. It said that. It wasn't completely confirmed that it's Big U's DNA. That's what I'm seeing, and there's still no...
There's no... Listen.
They said it was inconclusive or something like that, right?
So, do you want me to read it out?
Go ahead.
Read out.
Look at Vlad. He like, yeah, read it.
Okay, so The DNA profile. So DNA was connected from RW's ankle/sock area, consistent with the direction that RW was dragged into the desert off the highway. The DNA profile.
Yeah, I heard that. It was found on the ankles, not the fingernails. Look at this bitch ass nigga.
File obtained was not complete, likely due to the aforementioned inclinement on whether due to the inclement weather on the night of the murder. So the weather and the way that the body was left overnight, I guess in the cold, in the wind or whatever, meant that the DNA profile wasn't able to be completed. So it says analysis of Henley's DNA profile, Big U, was inconclusive, such that he could not be excluded as the contributor of the DNA, but it couldn't be confirmed. And Robinson, on the other hand, was excluded as a potential contributor of the DNA. So it wasn't confirmed, but it couldn't be excluded.
Do you know who Robinson is?
No, nigga, that's not the fucking question. The question is, where did you get they got DNA from under his fingernails from, nigga? Who the fuck is, we don't give a fuck about who is Robinson, nigga. Where the fuck did you get they got DNA from under his fingernails from? That's the question, nigga. He always trying to spin out of shit.
Robinson.
That's the driver.
Mm-hmm.
That's the driver who told them they drove to L.A., picked the kid up, where they took him, and how he was killed. So when you got something that says you're not excluded, it could have been you, maybe not. But then you got the dude with you who gave DNA once they brought him in. Big U didn't know it. And they show, you didn't touch the body. That means he's identified Big U as a killer. That's who really told on him.
Nah, you the nigga who lied, snitched on that man, made up all these stories online until the feds picked that man up. You the nigga that snitched on him and put attention on him. Big U was chilling.
But all I'm saying is that, from what I understand, the DNA thing, to make the statement Big U's DNA was found under his fingernail.
That's been running in the media a lot.
That's not been conclusively proven as true.
These mics are kind of sensitive, so you might want to pull it in a little more.
Right?
Yeah, no, that's what
you got to remember, we didn't make...
They've been saying that as a headline since Wack started talking about it.
You got to remember, we didn't make the statement. We just played the recording.
Which we now know is fake. Go watch my last video.
But this is the thing. Do you feel like it's kind of overcooking Big U's involvement? Now, obviously, it's an open case. It's unresolved, right? But the headline of DNA found under fingernails is a little overshooting.
What's the difference in what you did?
Because this says it can't confirm it.
Listen, you know I'm allowing you to question me right now, right?
I appreciate it.
Because you did some punk shit the other day. See, the only difference is you usually do what you did the other day.
Here we go with the bullshit. This nigga only do this on Clubhouse until niggas he feel like he can beat. Whenever niggas call him out on his bullshit, he always go to this weak-ass intimidation tactic. Man, that shit ain't working no more.
Because this says it can't confirm it.
Listen, you know I'm allowing you to question me right now, right?
I appreciate it.
Because you did some punk shit the other day. See, the only difference is you usually do what you did the other day sitting over there in London somewhere, right? And you're not here, right? It's a lot of places you can't go. You send Adam something as if it was a clip of something I did I wasn't supposed to do.
No, he sent me a screenshot of a page from the indictment.
Okay, that's cool.
Where Big U was recorded on a wiretap, basically saying that he punked you out with a whole bunch of people, and it had a quote that he attributed to you, but it wasn't an actual video or recording. This was Big U's version of events.
Hold on. You're the receiver. So since you read everything, right? Now tread lightly with this. Because I've been telling myself for the last couple minutes not to really do nothing to you because I know what you was trying to do.
Okay.
So since you so thorough, did you read what Big U said he did to me? No, either you going to play smart or dumb. Did you read it?
Yes. Can I say one thing?
What did you
can I
find
say one thing in my defense first?
That's the bullshit and the real shit.
But can I say one thing in my defense first?
I just want to know what you read.
I feel like stuff that Adam said that he put source on top of. I just sent him an image of the indictment and said, "Have you seen this?" You went in the room and you said a bunch of stuff.
No, you said in that page.
Added on.
You said in that page. So I'm asking you, because it's gonna let me know where you at with me. Mm-hmm. Did you read that and did you use your brain to understand why and why not? So I'm a dude that just violated Big U like no other human being, right? Violated him.
For sure.
2-3 years, right?
That's such a claim to fame now that Big U is like the ultimate bad guy of LA.
No.
Him being able to say that he violated is like him saying he went up against Al Capone.
No.
To tell the tale.
No, you got to remember, I don't see Big U the way y'all see Big U.
I know.
Big U done sat on my couch with his head down, scared straight in situations where he needed our help at. I don't see him that way. A motherfucker who I had to pay rent and help take care of his family, who then sat on my couch and said, help me. I don't see that dude as that, right? But if you read that, right, it says we was 15, 20 deep, right? And we caught him. And he was by himself, right? You do know I jumped out on them. You do know I wasn't walking. I'm in a car with 800 horsepower in it, right? I'm very capable of whatever, right? You do know my homeboys was adjacent to them, but they didn't even, that they had no idea they was there, right?
The Henny Man.
Right?
That's new information.
You do understand.
This man been telling this lie for years about Big U sitting on his couch begging for mortgage money. Then he'll turn around and say, Big U been snitching for years and making all this money with greed. Nigga, which one is it? Like, then niggas believe in this shit. That's the crazy part, bro. But now you got Act coming in, and this nigga get happy because he know Act gonna take his side.
I'm here.
He's
Big
screaming.
No, this is my vlog.
Big Act, how you living? Oh my God.
Now
he's
we
in
got
here with a
Mount
360
Podmore right here, bro.
Hello,
Hey, man,
we said
hello,
you in the
Shay.
middle.
How you doing? First time meeting.
Come on.
IRL.
Hold on. We got to get to this right here.
He's trying to pack
Sit
out
down. We on
Traplo
some
right
bullshit
now.
right now.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
we need
pressed
a
as we
judge.
speak it.
Hold on.
We need someone to litigate this situation.
No, hold on. Watch this.
I'm glad I'm here at ground zero, man. This where all the indictments.
Watch this. So let me give it to you, right?
Smell like police
Let me-
donuts up in here, man. I brought my badge too. Y'all said this the Fed Avengers. They got me.
Yo,
they
not
got
Fed
Adam.
Avengers.
They got Vlad. You know,
Mount Podmore.
This nigga just said the Fed Avengers. This y'all king? This who y'all crown the voice of hip hop? Alright.
Out to the new
No
recruit,
Fed
Remo.
he the undercover.
So listen.
He the worst undercover ever.
Hold on. Let's
No,
get
they
back
said,
to
they
it,
said
right?
the undercover had a stutter.
Oh, the undercover had a stutter.
We're eyeing up
Flacco.
Actually, no.
Flacco.
Won't you read it?
Look, I just
No,
feel
I
like
want you to
I
read
feel
it.
like
No,
I
I
will
want
read
you to
it.
read it.
I'll read it.
I want you to read
I'll
it.
read it. Can I
Read
say
it.
can I say
No,
something
read
before
it.
I read it? Because it's
Read
very
it.
important
I
context.
want you to read it.
All right, I'll read it.
I want to see how
I'll
smart
read
you
it,
are.
and then I'll give what I thought of it, and then I'm
Go
going to
ahead,
repeat
read
what
it.
Adam said about it.
I'm
But
I
you
want a
spun
dramatic
it.
reading.
You spun it crazy.
I want you to
Before
read
y'all
it
get to that-
dramatically.
Hey, Third, y'all out there?
Yo, before y'all get to that,
I'm going to expose something
Don't bring
that
the
I
Pacoima
never
out.
exposed.
yo, Wack.
Oh, wow, okay.
I'm so glad you're my friend because all your ops just go to jail, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. All your ops, every nigga don't like you, they going down in the ball of flame, man.
I'm a legal
Yo,
guy,
Wack's my
man.
friend. I'm telling you.
Go ahead.
See, Act too pussy to say what he really want to say, so he be doing little slick shots. But that was crazy, though.
Hey, read it. Read it.
Henley
I'm on him for doing this weird shit. Go ahead.
Henley recounted to victim one, and this is on a wiretap, right? So bear in mind, this is very important. This is Big U bragging about doing this on a wiretap to somebody
On
else.
the phone.
Not
Go
knowing
ahead.
that he's being listened to, right?
Read it.
Henley recounted to victim one an incident in which Henley and Rolling 60's gang members chased down Wack 100, attempting to hurt him. Quote, there's 15 to 20 dudes with us with hoodies tied down. I got my hoodie on, all black, tied down. She like, boom. She jumped in the car, paid for, redacted, and then took off. Boom. This dude screaming. My wife, drawers. I see you, Eugene. I see you. Eugene Henley, I see you. He's screaming all of that. He's got his blower. His blower's out.
Allegations.
But he's
Act, shut your bitch ass up, man. Rick Baby and multiple other people said the same thing.
he's messed up. I gotta read the whole thing. But he's messed up because nobody's around. We like, bitch ass dude. I'm like, yeah, bitch ass dude. He's like, something, he's like, redacted, die here, man. Don't do this. My wife, my kids in that car. Drawers, don't do this. He's screaming.
Now, you tell.
He was about to turn you into
I
Swiss
want to
cheese.
see how smart you are. I've been violating him for 2 years. Violating him, calling him rats, snitches. He came up there 20 deep to get me, right? And he's telling me some word. What stopped him from fucking with me?
So, look.
No,
This is important. I'm about to give you this. Let me get to it. My interpretation of this, me personally, and bear in mind, my interpretation wasn't put out there. Adam hopped on the live and said, No. This is so crucial.
I want you to tell me.
Because I'm gonna get to mine. Mine's the okay. Adam hopped on there and said Wack was begging for his life. I didn't say that. You put source on that.
I want you to
Wack
listen.
now.
Adam put source on.
Act, get that man meat out your mouth, man. You don't gotta top him off. He need you. He ain't gonna do nothing to you, bro. You see, that's the only reason why he pressing Trap Lord Ross. He don't need Trap Lord Ross. He don't use his platform. He need Act. He need Adam. He need Vlad. That's why he ain't not gonna say nothing to them three. He gonna only press Trap and Adam, the one that put the extras on it. And he ain't have to ask.
I want you to tell me what you get from that.
This is what I'm trying to get to.
Why didn't
what
he
I
touch
get
me?
to it is because You might not want to admit this. You had your blower.
Okay.
You're begging him not to kill him.
Now stop right there.
Right?
Like Clubhouse.
If I got my blower and you 20 deep with hoodies and I'm by myself, right?
Hold on. I'm going to play this video while he tell this story. So y'all can see for yourself he lying.
Had your blower.
Okay.
You're begging him not to kill him.
Now stop right there.
Right?
Like Clubhouse.
If I got my blower and you 20 deep with hoodies and I'm by myself, right? No begging to plead. That's when you really do it, right? What do you think my mentality was? For a dude not to approach me and you come to get me, and I jump out my car talking, what kind of conversation you think I'm having to make a dude say don't nobody?
Well, it looked like you was running, because who stopped a car under the yellow thing like that? You stopped in front of it, not under it. So you was running from something. It looked like you had to jump out. And it looked like the security protected you too. So, I don't know. This shit ain't adding up, bro.
I agree with you.
Now,
I feel like
Blick talk.
I feel
third
like
y'all out there.
You probably was on that Soldier Boy shit.
Now I'm about to expose something nobody ever knew.
Oh, shit.
So here it goes, right?
Ground zero,
I'm here. All of this is a parking lot, right? I'm here. They walk down. They walk right past my car. They didn't even see me. When I seen them get here, I jumped out. Y'all looking for me? Right?
Shit.
They stopped. They back was to me. Y'all, I had everything I had, I could have dealt with everything in front of me. Now, what they didn't know is I'm talking to my team. Big Unim is here. Now watch this. Look, watch this. Big Unim is here. I'm here out the car. Third, who was here, and here?
You taking notes?
Hold on. Third, who in that parking lot when I'm confronting these 20 Crips was 20 to 30 feet in every direction and they didn't know it? All my homies was behind them.
That's new information.
Listen.
That's new information, man.
So listen, check this out. So when I'm letting you know, there's no need to beg nothing. What did I tell that fool?
Let's do it.
They still don't know to this day that all my homies was positioned 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 6 o'clock. They didn't even see them. I'm talking to my homies in code, letting them know which way I'm going to push them. I said, nigga, ain't number 20 of y'all. I'm going to down 3 of y'all. I just told him I'm going to get off in 3s. Right? At that point, he knows if he getting off in 3s, when he go to 2s, he running out of it. These dudes right now to this day had no idea that they was ambushed. So why the f***? You see, he said I was by myself, right? I wasn't by myself. All you got to do is pay attention to the 3 people who got off the stage with Kanye. Now let's do the math, dummies. The 3 dudes in red, does he look familiar? So where did they disappear to? When we walked Kanye to Fig, because that's where his car was at? Right, let's clear that up. Kanye said, Wack, my car is on Fig. I said, well, we got to walk around. He like, why we just can't go right there, so you got to go through the crowd. He said, your people, what, I don't care. So we walked Kanye through the crowd, took him to Fig, went down the escalator, got in the cars. I pulled out first. I always pull out first. My people is here, and here. As you seen, he said what? He was by himself. The bozo don't know till his day that he was already ambushed. So once I'm going, you know what they're going to do? They're going to do this. You know what happens when you start to run from that and you start getting that blowing at you another way?
It's like
what
a
happens?
military operation. I like that.
So now the world knows bozo. Think about it. Where did the 4 dudes go that got off the stage with him and Ye? Where did they go? They were in the parking lot with me. But you tried to play it.
But if you were the threat, then why didn't anything happen?
What do you mean?
You said you did the ambushing.
You got to ask the 20 people. They came to get me, right?
Exactly, Trap. Why you ain't do nothing, Mr. Boogeyman? These niggas just slapped you in the head, ran you up out your own show, had you jumping off the stage with Kanye, and you had to drop on them and you ain't do nothing? Man, I'm done with this nigga. It was 20 versus 4. Y'all do the math of why them niggas ain't moved. So that's the end of this video. And I just want to say, man, the paperwork is on the internet, bro. All y'all gotta do is go read the shit, my nigga. Stop listening to what niggas saying on the internet. I keep saying niggas saying, oh, Wack told the truth, or Luce was telling the truth the whole time. Well, ain't nothing in that paperwork say Luce was telling the truth, bro. There's only one story he told that they alleged they got proof or evidence that he's telling the truth about, and that's the dispensary robbery. Nothing else in there saying that nigga telling the truth. They just repeating what he said on the fucking internet. They not confirming it. They just repeating it and saying he said this on the internet. That's it. Y'all niggas keep saying, oh, he told the truth about Meek. He tell the truth about this. You don't see no transfer from Ross to Big U in that paperwork. And how the fuck Ross gonna drop it off in cash if he wasn't in Cali at the time? Like, the story ain't even believable, my nigga. And them boys from Philly already came on the internet and cleared that shit up. And y'all niggas still believe in this shit. Like, y'all niggas weird, bro. But, yeah, man. I'm out.